Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Rachel Zerin here with a thought for Shabbat. When things don't go your way, do you respond with anger or curiosity? This week we read Parashat Balak, one of the most comedic parshiyot in the Torah. And yet, beneath all the humor lies this very question. Now, if you thought the movie Shrek was funny with its talking donkey, wait till you read this week's Torah portion. In it, Balak, the king of Moab, hires the prophet Bilam to curse the Israelites. Ultimately, instead of curse, blessing emerges from Bilam's mouth when he utters the words, Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, how good are your tents, O Jacob, how beautiful your dwelling places, O Israel. The very words that we utter today upon entering a sanctuary. But before he recites those words upon seeing the Israelite encampment, before he reaches the Israelite encampment itself, Bilam is told by God not to go on the journey at all, not to try and curse the Israelites as Balak has hired him to do so. Bilam decides to go anyway, saddles his donkey, and begins his journey. Now, on the journey, his donkey stops, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And each of these times, Bilam responds with anger, striking and hitting his donkey, until finally a miracle occurs and the donkey's mouth is opened. And the donkey says to Bilam, "Why do you strike me? I have served you all these years. You have ridden me all these years. Have you ever known me to act in such a way?" To which Bilam answers, "No." Now, unbeknownst to Bilam, the donkey has been stopping on their path because in front of the donkey stood an angel blocking their way with a fiery sword. And yet, every time the donkey stopped, Bilam responded with anger instead of curiosity, even though this behavior was so atypical for his donkey. It was only until the donkey asked him, "Have you ever thought why I would behave in such a way?" that Bilam's eyes were opened and he realized what was blocking their path. In other words, it was only when Bilam could set aside his anger and approach the situation with curiosity that he could really see what was going on. It was only when he set aside his anger and approached the situation with curiosity that he could understand the full story and see how to move forward. And perhaps that's the lesson for us. Perhaps, despite all the talking donkeys that may be absent from our lives, we can still learn that when things do not go our way, taking a pause and approaching situations with curiosity might be the best course of action. Because for us too, it might save us from a lot of strife. Shabbat Shalom.